I still have my fancy Harry Potter nails on. You saw them go on last video. It's only been one day. I actually did have one pop off that I didn't have glued on correctly. And I did it in a hurry this morning and I glued it on crooked. So it's going to come off again. And I'm just going to have to glue it on correctly. Spend some time. But yes, Harry Potter. So much fun. Anyway, today I've been purchasing books on used sites and some on Amazon, and I haven't shown them to you. And I have 3 quirky books to show you and 1 happy mail today. So let's get to it. All right, the first book I'd love to show you, and me being Candice, Sister Minh of Happy Catastrophe. Nice to see you and nice to meet you if you're brand new. Is Autumnal Wood, which is the name of the artist. And this is Enchanted Creatures, a coloring book. Now, Autumnal Wood has a website. She is at Rizzoli Universe. This is self-published by her own Rizzoli International, and I believe that's her own publishing company out of New York. So if you look at rizzoliusa.com, you can learn more about her. I got this off of Amazon for $14. It was, I can't even tell you where I saw this. It was not a colorist YouTube channel. It was, I think I was just browsing Amazon, really, to tell you the truth. And turns out she's a very popular artist. And she draws this really fun, quirky woodland style with these wonderful little characters. And but this is her only coloring book. Plus, she has a coloring planner. Or a calendar. I think it's a calendar that you can color. But her artwork she's not crossed over into the coloring book land until recently. And in fact, this is 2025. So this is brand new. So I found it. There was a ton of reviews and people who love her artwork. So I thought I'd grab it and see what it was all about. And I absolutely adore this book. Okay, first off, it's got a nice heavy-duty cover. It's matte, but not that icky feeling matte. Really nice. Very, very heavy book. And when you open it up right away, and this page is in there to color as well, if you want to color it as an actual page and not just the title page. Now, it's double-sided. The paper is pretty good. It's a little thin, but it's pretty good paper. So let's go through it. And right away you see this quirky hand-drawn style. I mean, I think this is a ghost who's knitting. Or it's the moon. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes what some of the characters are, and it doesn't matter because they're adorable. Here's a cat in a... Well, this looks like one of those pussy hats that we all knitted. And if you're an American, back when Hillary Clinton was running for president, and we all were hoping that she would win, we did the pussy hats. We love those. Yes. And I'm just going to do this because it's a large book. It doesn't quite, well, I think it will fit if I move my fan over a little bit. There we go. Are these characters not adorable? So she has scenes, and then she also has single characters. Now, I think you can see it is a little thin. You can see the paper behind it, so you can see the thinness of it, but it's also really good weight. I don't know. It's weird. It's thin, but it's a nice paper. It's smooth, but I was able to use some pencils in the pages I did. It definitely would be great for water-based markers, for gel pens, I used acrylic as well. I don't know, distress ink, gel crayons, anything like that would work. It will take some water for sure. Is this not adorable? I mean, I just absolutely, absolutely love her. Here she has mushrooms that are exhibiting different characteristics. Anxious mushroom is one of my favorites I've ever seen. Because, yes, we all know that mushroom. Serene. Now, and some of these are a great opportunity to practice some fun stenciled backgrounds, fantasy backgrounds, realistic backgrounds. It's my chance to practice. This is a wallpaper page, which of course you could, if you didn't want to color it, you could then use alcohol markers. If you didn't want to color it, I like wallpaper pages. I'm not sure if I'd color this one or not. They're kind of, they're just sort of like her characters kind of repeated, which isn't my favorite wallpaper page, but these characters are fruits, which I actually like to practice coloring, so maybe I would. I haven't really cracked the spine. Is it sewn bound? Yes. Yes, it is. Nice. Look at the mushroom butt. I gotta move my fan some more. Is that not awesome? It's just a little bit naked mushroom. I love this page. And look at her little characters. Now, one of the reasons I like this is it's very nostalgic for me. When I was a kid, this is what I doodled, was fruit with legs and arms and happy little faces. They were my characters that I doodled all over. Look at this page. Oh, I just love this double page spread. And I would use Jello crayons, or probably I like the Tim Holtz Distress watercolor pencils. Watercolor pencils work really great in here. But look, the sun is serenading 2 widow wabbits and a frog and some fishtails and a snail. I mean, I gotta hold this up. This is adorable. Look at that. Little naked frog and some fish. Not only the fish tails, but the fish heads, the fish, snail, and 2 little bunnies. And the sun singing to them. Is that not adorable? And then you have all of this, which I think is just a really cool perspective to have. Oh, there's a birdie too, a bud. It just gives me the vibe that we are deep in the forest. And look, the moon is rising. The sun and the moon are friends, and you see them a lot in this book together. Oh, I just love it. I love every single page of this. And again, although the paper's thin, it's also good. So I don't know. It's just strange paper. But not strange like Lulu Mayo. This will handle lots of different mediums. This is awesome. Halloween-y. Look at the pumpkin dressed like a witch, the pumpkin dressed like a fairy. It's just her imagination. And I would have so much fun with this lighting effect right here. Her imagination is amazing. Oh, this flower page. Oh, I just want to get into this with alcohol markers. But I can't. There we go. Now we can see the whole thing. Look at that. Edge to edge. Just these phenomenal, beautiful sleeping flowers in mushrooms. She's just got such an imagination. Oh my gosh. The snail knitting with the sun. Everybody's just friends here. Look at this one. This is one of my favorites in the whole book. Bring you back in so you can see it good. The sun sleeping with a teddy bear and a plushy moon and a plushy rabbit. Oh. And look at a picture of his cloud friends. And a little plushy frog. I just love this. And I want to tackle it with alcohol markers. What's on the back? Oh, but I love these too. Look at that. Now, I have not checked to see if she has this in a PDF form or some of these in PDF forms, or maybe I did. Oh, my brain. I would go look, though, and see if I could get some of these on PDF. This one, it's like a wizard frog, because of course it is. It's a wizard frog in a toadstool forest warming his hands over a fire. He's wonderful. This is not just absolutely fantastic. Now, here's a wallpaper page that I think I could get into. I think this is really cool. I just love these feminine little faces on these things. Okay, this one is so cool. I'm going to bring it back out again because it's edge to edge. Look at this. I want wallpaper made of this, but colored. With this somehow vintage. It kind of just feels vintage to me. Face in the clouds, and this one sleeping, and then look. I mean, it's just, where does she get her ideas? This is beautiful. Now, I would have a lot of fun with this with gel crayons. And if I was any good at oil pastels, but I'm not. Chalk pastels would be great. Pan pastels would be beautiful. Anything that could cover large expanses. I mean, it could be really fast, actually. Just playing with colors. Pinks and blues and yellows. Oh, it's so pretty. Have you ever seen anything like this? I haven't. Oh, here we go. Mushrooms again. Shocked. Oh, and gloomy. Oh, I love these little guys. Oh, I'm tempted to photocopy them and just put them on a smaller piece of paper and just make a little booklet of mushroom emotions. Okay, look at these 2 pages. They don't go together, but they're just awesome. Look at this one. Oh, he's reaching out and touching her face. Is that not the sweetest thing? And they're having a picnic. There's a fox, and there's, again, naked little mushrooms running around. I love them so much. And here's a froggy and a snail and all the wonderful flowers. Is this not great? And they're having this picnic, and he's just tenderly reaching out and touching her face. I feel like they're an older gnome couple that's been together forever. I think this is just so sweet. And the naked mushrooms rushing and running in the background just cracks me up. And then there's this. Look at this sweet mushroom girl. She has such strong emotions in these pages. I just feel like I can't believe I've never heard of her. And again, a wallpaper page. Now, this one's not, I think it's awful cute. And again, I wish I had a colored version of this on my walls, like in my bathroom or something. But I would sacrifice it, probably, to do this in alcohol markers. It's kind of nice. Okay. More pumpkins dressed up like other things. It's adorable. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're so cute. I love the combination of characters and scenes. Okay, this is a shame that it's right in the middle, but at least their eyes are not. It's just the crossover. But these little flowers that are just loving on each other. Is that not beautiful? Her drawing is just, her artwork is simple and quirky. And like I said, these are quirky books that I hauled that I wanted to show you. Okay, here's what I did. This one I'm very proud of. I had fun using some mixed media. I'm not very good at mixed media yet. I'm still working on it. You'll see this in my August finished pages, but this is done with Faber-Castell watercolor crayons, which were a gift, and I've only used them once before, so I want to try to get used to them. Every watercolor crayon or gel stick that I own, every different brand is different. It's not like you can pick one up and pick another one up and use them the same. They all work differently. So I'm getting used to these. These are different. They're somewhere between like a King Art gel stick and an oil pastel. They're water soluble, but they are kind of thick and you can kind of feel them. And then I used Prismacolors for the blanket and for her hair. And then there's Languid gel markers in there and some gold splatter. Yeah, I really like that. But then, because I kept messing with this when it was drying, I went over here and let out my inner 6-year-old because what the hell did I do here? I don't know. I had ideas. They didn't really pan out. So it's just, you know. I'd blame it on a child in the house, but there are no children in the house, so this was just me that did this. Yeah, so there. That's what I did. And you'll see them again in my August completed pages. But it handled it really well, and in fact made the paper thicker with the watercolor pastel on it, but everything handled well. It didn't even crinkle with the water, so even though you can see through it, it's really strong paper. It's magic paper. But look at these snails. I didn't want to ruin these snails because I just think they're freaking adorable. And I'd like to do them all different colors. So, yeah. And I did have a little bit of bleed through where I got things really wet and just being messy. Some of this isn't bleed through. It's me splattering on this side of the page. Okay, we're back to Wizard Frog. Look at him. Look at a Wizard Frog. I think he's one of my favorite characters in this book. Him and that Happy Sunshine. Now, I've gotten kind of tired of mushrooms because I'm not very good at mushrooms. However, Coco Wyo's Playing with Patterns book that I'm having fun with has some mushroom ideas. However, they're done in alcohol marker. So if I want to sacrifice, I can, or I can try it in water-based marker. Same sort of techniques and see what happens. Because I don't want to sacrifice this one. Look at that moon. Again, it's like a vintage, she's got a vintage style to the faces. And I'm not sure I can name what makes it seem vintage. Is it the shading? The heavy line work? I don't know. But it's adorable. And then look at this page. They're like star people. Their hairs are made of star. Wait, their hair is made of stars. It's been a long day at work. And they will have crowns on. And then they have, like, here's the sleepy moon that's over here. And the sunshine. The moon must be heading to bed and the sun's coming out. There's butterflies. There's rain over here. There's a dragon and butterflies. The prince, it looks like stars are falling, like maybe the dragon is sprinkling stars. And here it says good night. I mean, this is a really neat, maybe the sun's going down and the moon's coming out. I think this is beautiful. This reminds me a bit of like a Hannah Carlzon page, and I really cannot wait to do it. It's just beautiful. See, why would people do AI? Both make it and buy it. When you have something like this, just draw. Just use your talent, just draw, just practice, and maybe something good will come out and then we'll buy it, right? Because this is wonderful. It's definitely hand-drawn. Okay, this character is great. Don't know if I need this many of them and upside down and stuff, but I like him so much. Maybe it's a good practice page. I don't know. Maybe I color just one page and sacrifice the other one. Oh, because I love these two. And it's like this, it's so simple, but it's so adorable. It's like they're flirting with each other, sprinkling stars. I mean, look at the way she's holding her face. It's so cute. And again, this screams for mixed media, of which I'm still not very confident with, but I will keep practicing, and maybe someday it won't look like a 6-year-old. Got a hold of the art supplies. And this has a moon, and this has a sun. Isn't that neat? I love the way the sun and the moon interact in this book. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. And again, mushrooms, naked butt. I love that the mushrooms have patches and what looks like, I think that's a patch, but I think it's meant to look like, also like I would color it like a ladybug. But look at this. The sun's going to bed, but she's got her arms stretched out, and he's like, hi. It's like they just take turns saying hi at the dawns and dusks of the days. And then the snail. I don't know if that's real. It's probably ceramic. And look at the stars on the blanket, stars on the curtains. It's just really neat. He's in there with his zippers and his books. And they're just friends saying hi for the brief moments they can see each other. This is such a great page. I really want to do that one in alcohol marker, though. Well, maybe I'll just copy it. You'll see. In one of these upcoming books, I have discovered that my printer can make really good copies. And I am now copying things that are on paper that is frustrating me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to lose the page with emotional vegetables. Vegetables with emotions. It's great. Oh my gosh, and here we are to the emotional mushrooms. Adoring. Yeah, that is definitely adoring. Who would have thought of that? I wouldn't be able to draw the emotion adoring. Here's a morel who's shy. We have these growing all over in the forest around us, and they're delicious. Just don't get shot collecting them. Mushroom hunters are crazy possessive over it. And if you happen to stumble along upon a mushroom patch and start picking, and someone comes along who thinks that's their patch, yikes, you might disappear. Look at this. Welcome to America. I love these little guys. They're like, I love that she put, it's kind of creepy and kind of fun that she put legs. The arms, you know, cool, but then there's legs. And the leg on the moon. It's awesome. Awesomely placed. Okay, these have to get done on Halloween. Look at them. I don't know what's dressed up. Oh, it's a pumpkin. Dressed up like a cat, and a pumpkin dressed up like a skeleton. These dressed up pumpkins are great. Little creatures. I love them. Oh. Oh. That is just so tender and gorgeous. I think I would just try watercolors on this. Make it as sketchy as it is. Just watercolor that baby up. And again, if I was good with oil pastels would be wonderful on this. This is a chance to let your free-flowing art flow. To not worry about coloring within the lines and such. Just play with color. And for all of you who struggle with making trees not green and snow not white, well, I do too. I want to make everything realistic. This is an opportunity to make the trees pink and the mountains purple. It'd be beautiful. Oh my God. Why is he high-stepping? What are we doing? You're playing airplane and you're high-stepping, but I love it. I'm here for it, whatever that is. What is hanging in the background? I think those are bleeding heart. You know, the flower that's called bleeding hearts, but really made to look like hearts. And there's fireflies in a jar. This is cute. Adorbs. Oh, look at this sweet sunshine. Oh. See, while I was doing this one, I would do this one. Because that doesn't take much. And it would be a lot of fun. I would probably use King Art gel sticks on it. Because I definitely don't want to lose this page. Look at that. Oh. There's so much love and tenderness and anxiety support happening in these pages. Okay, here's that little ghosty guy again, who was knitting in the very first page. He's just sitting. He's tiny. Look, he's tiny compared to the mushrooms. Wow. I'd love to be inside her head. Wizard Frog is watching TV in his little wizardy frog home. Oh, this is great. I love all the little things. Okay, I just let my gel pens and acrylic pens run wild in here. What's the snail doing? Yay! I don't know. Snail cheering. Look, he was coloring and drawing and while he's watching TV. It's pretty much, and you know, in his comfy socks and clothes and drinking a mug of tea. Yeah, he's pretty much us, actually. That's us. I love that his home has grass and mushrooms and crystals and everything. I love Wizard Frog. This one, oh, is it cute? It's so cute. I love that the sun plays guitar. You know, I've seen some really cool cloud treatment too. You know, you don't color all the cloud. You just sort of color the edges with things. I'm going to have to look at some reference photos. Oh my gosh, here's all the emotional mushrooms. Shock, adoring, shy, serene. Where's anxious? Here's anxious. Yay, she put them all in one page. That was gloomy, right? Yeah. I love them. Again, this would be fun to test your mediums. Oh, here's one of those vintage faces again in the clouds. I just see these with pinks and yellows and blues. It'd be fun to like make it look like, is it a evening sky or a morning sky, like whichever way the sun's shining on it. Yeah, again, reference photos. Oh. Is this wizard frog entertaining a friend? I don't know. It's awesome. Everybody's so cozy and patched together. And I don't know why there are patches on the frogs which seem to be naked. But I'm here for it. I'm good. He's got a to-do list. This is cute. I just love all the details. There's a little bit for everybody in here. There's pages with details. There's pages that are just cute characters. There's wallpaper. There's a little bit of everything. Okay, mushroom people bundled up. They're not naked anymore. Okay. Oh, sorry. That was so much fun. Let me zoom you in on this page. Look at that. It's... He's like, I've got your head. Slow down. Let me put it back on. It's just 2 pages of that. What a fun character. I don't need this many of them, but that's so fun. I would just color one just for fun. Oh, that's cute. Slow down. Don't freak out. I have your head. Oh. He's holding a star to his heart, and look. Oh, sun serenading the moon again. These two are just so sweet. So sweet. I love it that the limbs seem sewn on. Oh my gosh. And then here is all the dressed up Halloween pumpkins. This is adorable. Again, do we need 2 pages? No, but this gives me an opportunity to use, alcohol markers if I want to. Here's the elderly gnome couple seeping, and everybody's kind of happily, creepily watching them. Hanging out on some side tree mushrooms. These are called... I used to know. You can eat them. Can't eat these, but you can eat those. Aw, flying through the air. There was a wallpaper page with these. So now you can actually color them here. You don't have to color them on the wallpaper. Whatever, all different sizes. Again, photocopying is your friend. There's Wizard Frog on his roof with a lit wand. All of you who are good with night skies, that would be really cool. Now this, if you wanted to collage, this would be a good one. You leave this intact and you cut out this, right? And then you can take that whole side of the page out, but you can cut this out and then you can slip behind a page from a magazine or a book that's a sky that you like. Now, if you don't want to lose this and you don't like to cut up your books, just photocopy this. Yeah, just photocopy it and then do it to the copied page, or photocopy it, cut out the photocopied image and glue it on. But first, put your background. So do I have anything that can pretend to be a background? So what you would do is you would take your background page, glue it on, and then take the image that you cut out from the photocopy and glue it on top. And that way nothing's cut in your book. And then you color. Okay, so here's the order that would go. Photocopy. Take the photocopy, color it, cut it out, find something you want for your background, glue that down, glue the photocopy down that you colored. And then it'd be really cool. I mean, it's not less work. Collaging does not make things easier or faster per se. It's still just as much work. It's a lot of cutting and gluing instead of coloring. It's just different if you want to do that. But it also gives you a realism. Like you can get a galaxy sky out of a space book. You could do anything in the background. It doesn't have to be a sky. You could get a magazine page of the woods or something, and you can add a bit of just depth and realism or something fantasy, anything. And I'm going to do that. And I will show it to you in a video. And we'll have fun with that. Oh. I love all the love in this book. I love this book. Yeah. Naked bought mushrooms. It's like she's taken some of her best characters that are in other pages and put them in wallpaper in case you want to do lots of them. Oh. Again, another big, we're deep in the woods, but this time we're with the moon. Or the other one was with the sun. Remember, the sun was over here serenading the fish, but playing the guitar. The moon is over here writing or doodling with some friends. And the sun's in the sky. I love it. And a little rabbit digging. That one's digging too. Okay. Good. I was hoping we would find this one as an actual page because this is hysterical. Okay, I'll just ignore the wallpaper ones. I want to color this. And this one would be another one that would be fun collaged. Easy to cut these out and put them onto a scene of some sort. I have ideas. Then look at this one. Now, she is some sort of magical creature. She could be walking through actual water, or these could be clouds, and somehow she's walking through the sky, leaving stars in her trail. I like her a lot. I think that's beautiful. There is a lot of opportunities to paper piece in here too with these big areas. Paper piecing can be done. So, and I know I promised you videos on that. I keep doing it. I need to video it and show it to you. It's not hard at all. Let's paper piece this guy. He's easy and it'll be fun to demonstrate. We'll paper piece his snail shell and maybe him too. Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, look at these two. So see, this is definitely a great book if you're a mixed media artist or a collage artist. There's so much space to be done with that you can do things with. What a shame that the main piece, well, it lays pretty flat though because it's sewn. Yeah. What a shame the main piece of artwork has got the crease down the middle of it, though. Isn't it cute? I'd rather have them just pushed over to one side. Again, I could photocopy this. Oh, now, see, this one's completely different. This frog is different. The flowers are very similar to her style, but the frog is different. And would I color each individual one of these flowers? Hell no. It's not going to happen anytime in my lifetime. That's going to be like some distress ink over it. Oh, he's like dancing. He's shuffling off to Buffalo. And he has a snail riding on his head. Cute. Oh, see? What a way to end the book. Oh, but in case you needed more love, here's an even better way to end the book, with a fairy bear that we haven't seen this entire storyline. And there is a fairy bear. Oh, this will be a really fun one to color. Wow, isn't this the greatest book ever? Let me give you the, did I give you the ISBN? Maybe not. Here's the ISBN. I got it for $14 off Amazon. I really, really highly recommend it. This is just brilliant. Lots and lots of pages, lots and lots of opportunities to try something different, and just stunning, stunning artwork. I hope she puts out more coloring books because this is brilliant. All right, let me show you another one I picked up. All right, so my second Quirky book that I found is Modern Manga Coloring Book by Lydia Cambone. Now, I do have the manga, the giant one, coloring book by Christopher Hart. I have not hauled that. I absolutely love it, and I've even colored a page in it already. And I like it so well. I impulse bought this from Walmart. I was in my local Walmart with my client, and she was off doing her thing, so I went over to the book section, as you do, and found this for $12.95. It's definitely artist drawn, and it's got really thick paper. So let me give you the ISBN here. It's from Blue Star Press, which a lot of their books are pretty good. And it's different, you know. I've always thought, you know, manga is manga, and it's not my style. And then I got the Christopher Hart one, and it's, wow, I really love coloring out of it. So I checked out hers, and hers is very different. So here we go. Lydia Cambone. Here is her name. Manga coloring artist. And it starts right off with cutesy girl here. So, and these are perforated pages, and they're about the same kind of paper as the autumnal wood book that we just looked at is. So thick and thin at the same time, smooth, will take water, but these are not double-sided. So I will definitely be using alcohol marker with these. So that was really exciting to me. And if you're new here and you're hearing crickets, that's because I live in a cabin in the woods and have my windows open to cool it down at night. And if you hear snoring, that's because my old dog Jack is sleeping behind me. And when I start talking, he starts snoring. Now look at this. She's described as feminine. Her style is feminine and ethereal, and I would absolutely agree with that. Here's a fish lady. Well, she could just be a lady, some sort of lady, in a bowl of fish ramen. Here's one who has some water falling on her third eye. Aren't these beautiful? Completely different from other manga books. Totally different. And in this one, you can really play with colors and patterns. I love this horned girl. I do get a little tired of the manga chibi girls. They all seem to look alike to me after a bit, but these are completely different. And again, very hand-drawn looking. I absolutely love the composition of these too. Look at this with the, just, she kind of flows into water, the way she's looking down, the circle around. I mean, it's just, it's composed very, very well. I love the backgrounds in all of these. I love her women. They're very fantasy-like. A lot of them have the pointed ears, third eyes, you know, all kinds of stuff. This background is so cool. It reminds me of the 70s, and I want to do this in 70s colors, you know, like avocado green and brown. And look at this girl. Again, you know, it's the background, it's the whole clothing style, which is extremely fantasy. Almost looks like she has wings. Her very long hair, the hearts, the pointed ears. I just think these the very hand-drawn style. I just think they're so fantastical. I mean, this one's got a few sets of horns plus vampire teeth and her beautiful braided hair. It's just super cool. And then backgrounds where you can have a lot of fun with this, making it pop. It's very neat. Kind of vignettes, kind of like a Carla Magana style, but manga, fantasy, vampire chibis. Look at them. Are they not fantastic? And she doesn't bother with, you know, making it realistic. There's no legs or anything. It's just like, it's all about the composition of the page and making, instead of making this cute girl standing there in a kind of an evocative pose, it's more like the whole page works in a composed way to make it a piece of artwork. There's just, these are definitely pieces of work that you could frame. I love this one with her cherries, oranges, and bunnies and leaves, clips in her hair and such. And then, but yet somehow she's sort of in a petal and she has a third eye. Really cool. And again, the composition, it works perfectly on this page. It's almost like she took the shape of the page in consideration when she made the picture. You know, she didn't put like a small circular image on a big rectangular piece of paper. She really took the shape of the paper into account. And this is just so cool, the way she goes off of the page in several places. I love this one with the planets. Yes, Space Ember. And her star earrings and the moon on her forehead. Are these not cool? Now, I'm sure you can find this. It's not a Walmart exclusive. I'm sure you can find it online. In fact, maybe while I'm uploading this little clip, I'll look to see if it's on Amazon. Wow. Again, super cool. I just think they're so unusual. The single-sidedness just, I've been dying to get into this book, but for this one, I really wanted to keep it pristine for the flip through. Yeah, very much in a Carla Magana style, the way they're just sort of cut, but but yet she adds backgrounds to it, not leaving it up to our imagination so much. This girl is fantastic. Yeah. So manga, you know, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what manga is. Manga. But because I would say these are very fantasy and a little edgy. Look at the composition of this. I mean, she really understands space and balance and how to direct the viewer's eye. I just think she's phenomenal. That is so cute. That's got to be a Halloween page this year. I should be marking these down, shouldn't I? Oh, wow. Look at this girl. I love her. She's got glasses, and yet she's kind of cross-eyed, and her quirky face, and again, the flowers behind her, and the way she's sitting is so unusual. Yeah. Oh, wait, she's not cross-eyed. I could make her cross-eyed. But nope, she's looking that way. But if you put her pupil here and here, you can make her cross-eyed. Look at this girl. Again, the composition of the page. Just, the woman really understands art. It's not just drawing a cute girl. She understands art. I haven't seen a page yet that I wouldn't color. This one, whew, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Jack's having a dream. You're going to hear him start making all kinds of noises. What do dogs dream? Like, I don't know. Whoa. She is stunning. I love this girl. Does anybody have this book? Would you like to buddy with me? Because I'm about ready to start a page or 10 in it. She's got a purse shaped like a heart Okay, this is so clever. There are hearts around her, and she has a heart cut out on her jacket and heart earrings, but yet her purse is like an actual human heart. See, edgy, edgy, and she's got a heart in her hair. Edgy, but really cool. Okay, this is the first one that I would probably be less inclined to color, just because I'm not too much into the selfie type. But I love that she's coming out of like a Polaroid while she's taking a selfie with like an iPhone. That's brilliant, actually. Oh, I love this one. Look at her with the hearts and all of the stuff. She's got a heart in the middle of her nose. I love it. And then a bondage collar. I just think it's all really cool. And then just this circle, just this little bit adds so much to the page. It wouldn't be the same without it. Yeah, just someone that really understands, again, composition and how to make a complete picture. I don't feel inclined to have to do the background. I feel like this is contained and composed enough. What are her earrings? They look liquid with a ring in them, I think. Just so good. So good. Look at this girl. Okay, she's awesome. She is so awesome. So we have the frame, but everything's coming out of the frame as well, just enough. Like her dress is partly in the frame and partly out of the frame. This is just, and she didn't even bother with like hands or legs or anything. It's perfect. I just love these. Another one wouldn't be too inclined to color this one. Although if you're into coloring makeup, this would be really cool. You could use some of those alcohol cool techniques. Those TikTok techniques. Oh, love this. Again, another picture, like it's a picture frame, but bazoom, stuff coming out. You know, it's contained, but not. Very, very cool. Oh, look at her. She's like one of those, what do they call these girls that wear all the things on the faces? Her earrings are like can tabs, like tabs off of a pop can. And then she just has, with the no arms or anything, kind of, again, like Carla Magana. And the way of the circle, I mean, it's just a complete composed picture. Now, this is very traditional. Like, this is what I would think of when I think of manga girls. Cute, you know. I wouldn't think of everything else in this book. I wouldn't think of this. There's just so much opportunity, and it really doesn't lend itself to being realistic. Like, you could just go crazy with all kinds of stuff. I'm like, there's not going to be any natural skin tones for me in this one. She is neat. They're almost alien looking, aren't they? Especially with the big cow ears and such. Wow. She's very cool. I love it. Not only does she have ice cream around her, she has ice cream in her head, and it's melting. And her earrings are like lollipops, popsicles. Yeah, she's great. And now here is one who is cross-eyed, and I love it. I'm here for that. She's got strawberries and mushrooms in her hair. Yeah, this is wonderful. What a fun girl. And a kitty cat. This is her first animal. Oh my goodness. That's a wonderful Halloween page, isn't it? Beautiful. Ooh, now see, these are completely different, aren't they? And I love this. Oh, I hope that she does more. Maybe she'll do a coloring book that gets away from the girls and does little scenes like this, which are also just as composed. I mean, it's got the circular frame, but everything's coming out of the frame, and the whole thing's floating in the sky with clouds. Wow. Wow, wow. Love it so much. She's adorable. And yet weird. I love that about this book. The girls are adorable and yet strange. Adorable, but yet strange. Oh, so much fun. Gosh. Oh, she's beautiful. Wow. Her big cherry earrings. She is gorgeous. I love her. Look at this one. The little hamachi or whatever those things are called. And then she's got her katana in the back. She is beautiful. I would have fun. And they'd be very easy to make sort of dark and edgy, which is my style. 2025. Published by Blue Star Press, which is out of Bend, Oregon, which is just over the mountain from me. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Look on Amazon. See if you can find this. You can find it at your local Walmart as well. Walmart.com would have it. If it's not in store, you can order it. And really well-produced book, well-made book. You could use anything on it because it's single. I highly, highly recommend this one. The one thing that the book we just looked at is missing is the single-sided pages, and this has it. I'd rather have half as many pages, but have them single-sided, right? So 40 pages in this one, well worth the price. All right, let me show you another quirky book. All right, look at this. I found this book. This is a Peter Popper Press book, and I think most of you have seen this one. This is illustrated by Saraho Frieden. Studio series by Peter Popper Press, and this is Serenity. There is the ISBN. It's listed for $6, but this was made in 2016. So I found this used right. Where's my note? Oh. Did I not write a note of where I found this? Let me find that out for you. All right. I did find this off of my Amazon purchases. So I bought it used off a third-party seller on Amazon for $4.99. So I don't know if you can get it new anymore. But I also have seen this everywhere on used book sites. It's pretty easy to find. So I think a lot of people are put off by the doodliness of it. It's not necessarily Zen doodle. Zen doodles are very specific doodles, but it's doodly. But it's got really good paper, and it's single-sided. And its designs, I mean, can you see? It's like, yeah, it's kind of crazy, but like these are rocks stacked up and plants, and this is water and little Japanese, the pagoda shrine things, and it's very kind of tribally looking, and I love it. Now, this is something I did. I wanted to play with color. It's not quite finished. I want to put some white in here and white up here. I actually forgot I did this. I've only had this book for a couple weeks. But I immediately, when I get new books, get excited. And I must have turned this page and went like, oh, yeah. And then later, I was thumbing through this book, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize it had a colored page in it. You know, I bought it used, but I thought it was like new. No, that's me. I did that. It's so not like me. I didn't even recognize it. But I was playing with, God, I wish I would have wrote it down. I don't even remember doing it. But I was playing with some sort of gel crayons here, possibly oil pastels. I think I was thinking I might practice my oil pastels in this book. So I've got something very oil pastel, and then some of this is paint. Some of this is Language gel pen. There's a lot of different stuff in here, but I figure like it's kind of abstract and kind of, it's got kind of an aboriginal touch to it. And I was just trying different things. I was trying some gold paint that I hadn't tried before. Oh, no, I know what these are. I had just bought a set of the Languo shiny style gel pens. I bought the whole set because I had bought a small packet and loved them. So I bought the whole set off of Temu. It arrived and I was playing with them. So that's these shiny things. I was playing with the gold, I think, and purple and other things. I was playing with shiny stuff. So this was more of an experiment just to see what I could play with on the page. And I actually kind of like it. So I'm going to go over some lines. It's not finished. Honestly, like I said, I forgot I had done it. But I think I sat one night. I think my brain was a little fried that night and needed something soothing. And these sorts of things, mindless coloring, are very soothing to me. Nothing went through. It's a little crinkly because I must have used something with water. Well, the paint. So yeah, the paper's good. And obviously easy to color. I totally forgot. I really fell in love with this book. And this is not glued in. And in fact, I mean, this is glued in. It's not sewn in. In fact, it's kind of, I can see that this paper will fall apart. I don't know, maybe it is sewn in there. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But it's very abstract. And yet you could turn it into something, you know? And it is almost Aboriginal, which I really like. So cheap book, you can find everywhere, and really cool patterns. Hand-drawn, and just lots of fun. The kind of stuff I like. I love to play with color. This sort of thing, it can really get you out of your comfort zone of how leaves have to be green and sky has to be blue. You can play with all kinds of colors. You can just play with color palettes and like what colors go together. How shiny is too shiny? Which there's no such thing as too shiny, but how much shiny is too much shiny on the page? And, you know, just balance and shades and lights and things like that. You can play with that. You don't have to worry about being realistic or making sense of the page. You can just play with lights and darks and contrasts and color families. Or you can just do what I did back here and turn your brain off and just play with colors, you know? Just have fun. These aren't going to be masterpieces. These are going to be, well, they could be. I mean, but I just think they're beautiful. And so much potential to this really abstract type of design. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't Zen Doodle, but this is doodly, like I say, tribal. Jack, stop it. Why you stop it? I just have to hold his face for a minute. He's got an obsession with licking, and I have to stop him from it. This almost looks like, you know, it's like, it could be Christmas trees. It could be, you know, poinsettias. You could make something out of this. And that's what's cool about it. You can interpret this to be something. Or just play with colors. Is this fun? I know not everybody likes this type of stuff, but I really do. My dear friend Doodle Robot would call this intentional design rather than just doodling. This is very intentional. And very meaningful to the artist. These are translations of landscapes. And I love it. Here's what. Look at that. That looks like something out of Dr. Seuss. Neat, huh? I think it's neat. There's a snail, a butterfly. See, I think they're depictions of real things. They're just extremely abstracted and simplified and not proportionate. It's not just designs on a page. Or just doodles on a page. It's actual pictures, but I think they're up for interpretation, what they are. Makes me want to color another page in here. You know, clouds, rain, flowers. It's all in there. I see this is Christmas again. Can you hear that paper? You know, it's not cardstock, but it's darn close. And it's single-sided. Thank you. That's an orange. Anything that looks like that's always going to be an orange or lemon or lime slice to me. Look at this. Oh, this was another one I was thinking about doing because of the lotus and the lily pad and the pond with someone stacked some rocks. I think they're just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And if you like this kind of abstract stuff on good paper, this is a cheap book. I mean, $5. And that's on an Amazon third-party seller. You could probably get it cheaper if you look on eBay and such like that. A lot of these you've probably seen before. Succulents I've seen. Zen Garden I've seen. Color Me Blessed. Joyful Designs. A lot of these I've seen. They're Peter Popper Press, which is popular with a lot of colorists. It was $6 in 2016. Brand new, I'm sure it would be more now, but definitely get it used. Even if you get it used with a page or two colored in it, there's lots more to color. And I really, really like this book. Again, another quirky book. I got a few. I went on a quirky book craze and got several, and so I'll have more to show you. I don't feel like this is quite finished, though, so it's not. There's lines I haven't gone over and such. Looks like I just got tired and stopped, or maybe I got smart and waited for things to dry. But I'm going to clean some things up and go over some lines and finish this off. I'll have another completed page for July. I really like the shiny on this. Those Languo shiny style pens are awesome. Okay, now I have saved the best for last. So let's look at Happy Mail. Okay, last but absolutely not least, I got some Happy Mail from an anonymous friend of mine. I know who she is. She knows who she is. Let me just show you. Ta-da! Okay, maybe it's not as cool to you, but Helen Elliston is the one who wrote all of those series of special effects. You know, she's got special effects 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then she's got a Halloween one that shows, and it's all how to draw very specific things, like balloons and circle and, you know, water and rain and bloody hearts and things like that. They're expensive books. I have a couple. Most of mine have been gifts. She also does coloring books. I have picked up most of hers, and they're okay. They're Amazon printed on terrible paper. But this one was one I didn't have, and it's her best one after looking at it. I do have the others. I'll flip through them one of these days for you. But this one is the best one. And my anonymous friend, look, okay. So I got smart and I photocopied off a couple because I'm just going to flip through this and then I'll show you my photocopies that I'm going to do. Look at these pages. They're so good and they are tissue paper thin. It's the worst of Amazon paper, the very, very cheapest. So I have colored out of the others. I've been very disappointed because alcohol markers just go bleh, and everything's just bleh. And it has some tooth, but not very much. It's not really good for anything. But they lay very flat because the paper's thin, so you can photocopy them on your printer. Duh. I don't know why I didn't think of that, because look at these drawings. This is definitely her best book. And not just because it's space themed, but her other ones are kind of like bits and pieces of pictures. These are full, completed, composed scenes, and I love every single page. Every single page. In fact, this book, my dear anonymous friend, has changed my plans for Space Timber single-handedly. And I will be putting out a video on what I'm going to do for Space Timber. Is this woman nut? This alien woman, she is magnificent. This is really Helen Ellison style. It's it's quirky. There's a little bit of like ghost shrimp in it. There's a little bit of I don't know. She's kind of she's very, I mean, for someone who teaches techniques on realism, it kind of surprises me that this is how she draws for color, her own style. But I love it. I think it's great. And I love every single page in here. I love her version of this. We see a lot of these sorts of pages with something reflected in the astronaut's shield. I love what she's got going on in the background. I love that it's quirky and off, a little bit weird, a little bit off. I love every single page. I mean, it's just, she's so good. This just really hand-drawn style just appeals to me, as obviously as you can tell, because I have a little bit of that going on today. But this is like super simple hand-drawn. This is like Hannah Carlson's space book or something. It's very simple. It's like, I don't know what he's doing back there, and I'm not sure why these babies are floating around. And it's crazy weird. Of course, spaceship with cats. But so good. I love every page, and it's so much fun. And I was so disappointed in the paper because I was hoping, well, I don't know what I was hoping for. All of her books, all of her coloring books are on this paper. They're all exactly the same size and with the same paper. The dogs in space and the bones floating around. It's great, isn't it? I just love this book. Look at the crazy aliens. So I guess I can tell you, I'll tell you, there's no reason to, I'll tell you what my Space Timber plans are, but I'm going to show you the books in another video. She's awesome. The perspective of this is fantastic. I usually like to look for the themed pages in non-themed books, like look through unusual books and find space. This one is one I definitely want to do. In fact, I think I copied it. Like I like to go to a mythographic or to a cute and cozy book, or to Tatiana, although she has a space book. Just go to artists that aren't normally space drawers and find space pages. So that's kind of fun. It's like treasure hunting. Like, where can I find a space page? Well, I think you can find a space page in almost every book. However, because of this book and this wonderful gift, I've changed my mind this year. This year, I'm going to go old school, and I'm going to do work out of nothing but space-themed books. I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm pulling out just a few books I have that are front to back space-themed, and I'm going to work just out of those books. Now, I do have a couple of buddies set up. I will still do those because those were not in space books. But I'm going to be working out of this one. And be working out of Lost Forest by Ghost Shrimp. I'm going to be working out of Tatiana Bogema-Stolova's Nice Little Town 10 is the space one. Whatever the space one is. This is awesome. Space Cowgirl. And a few others. So I'm going to pull out my small handful of completely space-themed books. And we're going to look through them and pick out some pages for September. So I think that'll be fun because those space-themed books don't get as much love. Because I tend to look at them and say, okay, yeah, I'll save that for Space Timber. Planet for sale. Oh no, Yolanda, your planet's for sale. It's got a windmill. We joke. We joke. Aren't these great? Absolutely superb. So much fun. A riot of color. Look at hunky guy holding up the planet. I want to make this the earth growing too hot. Oh, look at this moon. And then a guy mowing. I mean, what's happening here? The moon's got both jewelry and plants on it. And then there's an astronaut mowing the moon. I mean, it's crazy weird. This is the only one that I'm not really interested in just because it's just a flipped image, although the food is different, but everything else, I'm completely for it. It's all strange. Hockey sticks. Is Helen Elliston from Canada? I'm not sure. Are those hockey sticks? I even love this. I love everything in this book. It's so good. It's very different from her others. So if you were interested in Helen Elliston's artwork, I highly recommend this one. I think this is her best by far. It's like she fell down. You shouldn't wear heels when you're space exploring. Isn't this great? It's just so good. It's so good. Now I photocopied this one. So what I did was I picked out a few pages. Oh, I would love to do gel pens with this. Now I'm not going to photocopy this one because I would use up all my black ink. If I end up ever doing this, I'll do it out of the book. And then here's opposite day. And this one, same deal. I love this one though. Look at her cute little outfit she's got on with the owl. She's got like, her clothing is sheer. So that would be really fun to do sheer. And then she's watching these planes. I don't know what he's doing, but I think he's telling them to talk to the hand. But because it looks like they made sort of a crash landing. Something's happening here. It's really funny. Oh, I just think these pictures are great. Again, quirky, hand-drawn, imperfect. I love that. It's a lot less intimidating. I don't feel compelled to make it perfect coloring. This one's awesome. I'm definitely going to copy that one to do. Okay, so, and then she has some inspiration here, which I think is beautiful. So what I did was I took a few favorite pages and I photocopied it out on Nina cardstock. Much better. And so I want to do this one. And alcohol markers work like a dream on this, so that's probably what I'll use. That's not one of the ones she has colored in here. This is Helen Claire Art. Now her name's Helen Elliston, but her website is Helen Claire Art, probably a married name somewhere along the way. But if you look her up, she's under Helen Elliston as the artist. And here is the ISBN number. You can get these off Amazon, I think. Pretty sure. Here's another one I photocopied, again, on the Nina. And this one, I would like to use her inspiration. Because color palette choices are not my strong suit. But that's great, isn't it? Here's the other one, which you knew I was going to do this one when you saw it, right? The creepy one. So again, and I cut it down to a square, to the size, and I think I'll just slip them into the book and keep it all together. And the last one I copied off was this one. I thought that was so fun. Not my typical page, but I just love the dynamics of it. And I thought, wow, you could do really cool things with colors. And then I saw, yeah, she did already do really cool things with colors. So I want to also use this as inspiration. Fun, huh? So these are in my September plans. So now you know a little bit about my September plans as well. So that's what I'm going to do with her books. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, because they are so cheap and horribly made that they lay perfectly flat. So easy to photocopy and get a perfect copy. You can also scan them in while you're copying them, and then you have them in a digital format, and you could do them in Procreate on your iPad, or just keep them in a digital format. I don't know why I don't do that more often. So thank you, Anonymous, because that really opened up a new world for me and changed my entire plan for Space Timber. So I hope you loved these books as much as I did. They were fun, quirky books. I got some lovely, happy mail. It's just been a really fabulous evening sharing all this with you. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to get started in these beautiful books. I love new books because I just jump in them immediately and get things done, sometimes without remembering that I did so. All right, I will see you in the next video, and you take care of yourself. I love you. Bye-bye. How's that big guy?